Whose turn?
Christy, you need it. Yeah. Okay.
All right, now what do you want?
Now look, I'm not in the sports department, so I got no baseball players' names. You know the guys' names?
Oh, sure.
Go ahead and tell me some of their names.
Well, I'll introduce you to the boys. You know, sometimes nowadays they give ball players peculiar names.
Give me funny names.
Nicknames, pet names, like Dizzy Dean,
His brother Daffy,
Daffy Dean.
and their cousin,
Who's that?
Goofy.
Goofy, huh? Now let's see. We have on the backs. We have who's on first, what's on second, Atlas on third.
That's what I want to find out.
I said who's on first, what's on second, Atlas on third.
You know the fellows' names?
Certainly.
Then who's on first?
Yes.
The fellow's name.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who is on first?
Now what are you asking me for?
I told you who is on first.
Well, I'm asking you who's on first.
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who is on first?
Do you got a contract with the first baseman?
Absolutely.
Who signed the contract?
Well, naturally.
When you pay out the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it. Why not? Naturally.
Who is?
Yes, sometimes his wife comes down and collects it.
Whose wife?
Yes.
All I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name on first base?
Oh no, wait a minute. Don't switch him around. What is on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on third. We're not talking about him.
How did I get on third base?
You mentioned the man's name.
If I mention a third baseman's name, who did I say is playing third?
Who is on first?
Stay off first. What's the guy's name on third base?
What is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on third.
Would you please stay on third base and don't go off it?
What was it you wanted?
Now who's on first?
Yes.
What's the guy's name on third base?
What is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who is on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
Do you got an outfield?
Oh, sure.
The left fielder's name.
Why?
I don't know. Just thought I'd ask you.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you.
Well, go ahead and tell me who's playing left field.
Who is on first?
Stay out of the infield! What I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name in left field?
What is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
The left fielder's name.
Why?
Because
Oh, he's center field.
you got a pitcher on this team.
Now, wouldn't this be a fine team without a pitcher?
The pitcher's name.
Tomorrow,
You don't want to tell me today?
I'm telling you now.
Well, go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow are you going to tell me who's pitching?
Now listen. Who is not pitching? Who is on
I'll
first?
break your arm and say who's on first. All I'm trying to find out is what's the pitcher's name.
Sure.
The catcher's name.
Today.
Today. And tomorrow's pitching.
Now you got it.
All we've got is a couple days on the team.
Well, I can't help that.
I'm a catcher too.
I know that.
Now suppose I'm catching, tomorrow's pitching on my team, and their heavy hitter gets up.
Yes.
Tomorrow throws the ball, the batter bunts the ball. Me being a good catcher, I want to throw the guy at first base. So I pick up the ball and I throw it to who?
Now that's the first thing you said right.
I don't even know what I'm talking about!
Well, that's all you have to do.
Throw the ball to first base.
Yes.
Who gets it?
Naturally.
When I throw the ball to first base, somebody's got to catch it. Now who caught it?
Naturally.
Who caught it?
Naturally.
Who?
Naturally.
Naturally.
Yes.
So I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally.
No. You throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
That's right. There we go.
So I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally.
You don't.
I throw it to who?
Yes. Naturally.
So I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally.
You don't. You throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
Yes.
Ask me.
You throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
Yes.
Same as you. I pick up the ball and throw it to first base. Now who caught it?
Naturally.
Who has it?
Naturally.
He better have it. I pick up the ball and throw it to first base. Whoever is on first base drops the ball. The guy runs on the second. Who picks up the ball? Throws it to what? What throws it? I don't know. I don't know. Throws it back to tomorrow. Triple play.
Yes.
Another guy gets up. It's a long fly ball to be cut. Why? I don't know. He's on third. And I don't care.
What was that?
I said I don't care.
Oh, that's our shortstop.
Tell me when to start.
Today, on March 24th, 1996, we gather with a solemn occasion to celebrate the graduation of Christina Grace Childress from first grade and Justin Scott Childress from fifth grade. And we will also present a special award to William David Childress. We appreciate your fine attention to this ceremony, and we ask that you hold all applause to the end. Thank you for attending this special graduation ceremony. I would first like to introduce someone who's very important to the success of this program. Kathleen Susan Childress, please come up to the front.
Yes.
Now, young David would also like to be recognized as being very important to the success of this program. Would you like to notice the boots? Yes, notice the boots. Now, we will first recognize Christina Grace Childress. Christy Grace, please come up to the front to be recognized. Christy, let's think of some of your achievements this year. At the state chess tournament, you won a trophy, which was outstanding. Last week, you performed Who's on First with Justin. Your reading has excelled tremendously. You're now playing the piano extremely well. What are some other achievements that you can tell us about, Christy?
Well, I went to the Grand Prix and won 2 other trophies, and I won 2 chess trophies also.
Okay. Does your teacher have any other recognitions to bestow upon you?
Christina has grown in maturity and academically, and she has grown spiritually.
Christy?
A well-rounded growth, if I do say so myself.
Please give us an example of your memorization.
I have a rocket in my pocket. I cannot stop to play. Away it goes. I've burned my toes. It's Independence Day.
Thank you, Christy, for that very meaningful and solemn poem. Now, Christy, as a sign of your achievement, for successful completion of the studies required for the 1st grade, this is issued by the administration upon recommendation of the faculty. Thank you. Thank you. Now we would like to recognize Justin Scott Childress. Thank you. Some of Justin's achievements this year include a trophy in the Awana Grand Prix, a medal at the state chess tournament, excellent achievement in school. He has completed the Boy Scout requirements for Scout and Tenderfoot, and he's one requirement away from 2nd class. On his first 5 nights of camping this year with the Boy Scouts, 4 of those nights were below freezing. Justin, what other achievements would you like for us to recognize?
I have been playing really good in baseball.
Justin has had a good baseball season. Matter of fact, last summer, he was on the All-Star team. Is there anything else that we need to recognize? David says you've been a good big brother, just as Christy has been a good big sister. Now Justin would like to share his memorization with you, but first, for my own safety, I will get out of the way.
I shall be reciting the Declaration of Independence. When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them, and to assume, among the powers of the earth, the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinion of mankind requires they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these rights are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That if any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter to abolish it. Prudence indeed dictates that governments long established should not be changed for a light and transient cause. All experience has shown that mankind are most disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms which they are accustomed, but for a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a redesign to absolute despotism. It is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and provide new guards for their future security.
Thank you, Scout Childress. Now, for successful completion of the studies required for the 5th grade, this diploma is issued by the administration upon recommendation of the faculty. Thank you. Now, may we hear some of your Latin?
Okay, I'll do a little bit of the Lord's Prayer if I can remember it. Pater nos, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas in regnum. Thank you.
Thank you, Scout Justin. Now we have a very special award. That I'm afraid the camera has not been able to catch this very well. David, would you like to come join me and show us your new trick? For William David Childress, Justin, please help with the camera to make sure that we can catch this
Mischievous
on camera.
Award.
Just go ahead.
David has a
For
mischievous
William David Childress, we have the Mischievous Award. Yes, David has reached unsurpassed standards of excellence in mischievous behavior. Does he let his siblings study alone? May it never be. David is always in the midst of the action. Is anything safe in the house while David is awake? No, it is not. David, by recommendation of the faculty and by our powers granted me, I bestow unto you the Mischievous Award. Thank you.
There's the paper.
David, would you like to say something? Thank you. Now, for another very special award, the Teacher of the Year. The envelope, please. The student body has voted. Votes have been tabulated by a private accounting firm. I will now open the envelope. The winner of this year's Teacher of the Year award goes to, can it be 2 years in a row, to Kathleen Susan Childress.
Something's wrong.
We have no certificate. We need no certificate, because the award is more special than a certificate. The award is a wet willy. Will the student body like to come and kiss the Teacher of the Year?
Whoop.
Please come student body must present you with a special award. Thank you very much for attending this year's graduation. You may now applaud.
Crystal,